Sagittarius.
Hello Sagittarius, this is your astrological forecast for March 2016, and this month is opening up a lot of opportunities, possibilities for you, which seem to be very, very exciting. Now, you know, to add to that, we have 2 eclipses this month. We have a total solar eclipse on March the 8th, and we have a partial lunar eclipse there on the 23rd. So I will create a special video just to give you more information on how these eclipses work. But for the total solar eclipse, this is taking place here in the 4th house for family, your foundation, who you are on the inside. It's also home and real estate. But a total solar eclipse, it really packs a punch though, because it's giving you new beginnings, okay? It's going to open up the superhighway for what may take place in this area of your life. Home, family, family members, and so forth. The lunar eclipse brings in endings, just like the solar eclipse brings new beginnings. So that's going to weed out those things that no longer are important. Think about it this way. If we have a bouquet of flowers, there's always some of them that wither before the others. So we weed them out so they don't drain the power of the ones that are still fresh and strong. So it's important that we do rid ourselves, and the lunar eclipse will help you do so. Now that will be in the 11th house. So it has to do with eliminating something within the areas of, well, could be your hopes and dreams, that is the 11th house. But it also has to do with circle of friends or acquaintances. There might be somebody that you'll be letting go of that's just been draining you. So that could be it. So it could also be some group or some organization, which this area is all about. But we have a very interesting month because we have a long list of transits. Whereas in February, things were a little bit slower, but really beautiful. It was more like catching that wave. Right now here, we're going to see action in March. So we're going to start here, top of the month. On the 2nd, Venus and Uranus, well, that's unexpected surprises in the areas of what it is you totally appreciate, enjoy. It could be love and romance. It could also be money coming in. But there's an unexpected situation taking place with this, because we never know with Uranus. Uranus is always full of surprises, but it should be good because the aspect is positive. On the 6th, there is a decision, and this is between you and where you're at and what you want. Saturn is kind of like there playing the devil's advocate. So whenever in doubt, it's not really time to act. We should really listen, learn to listen, should I say, to that little voice of doubt. It just means that not all the pieces of the puzzle are in place. So, but at the same time, I'm seeing as you're questioning it, really getting in touch with that deeper mind, the sun is also sextiling Pluto. So Pluto can come in with some kind of a pivotal point of deeper information, insight, if you really do the work. That can turn things around there for you. On the 14th, we have Mercury still now creating this square to Saturn. So first the sun was there on the 6th. On the 14th, Mercury is there. So you're still working on an issue, not quite sure whether to do this or that. However, though, Saturn is wanting to help you get a good solid foundation. So whenever Mercury is involved, Mercury's questioning, what is this and what is that? And it will allow you to really tie into something now that is important. On the same day, we got Venus and Mars, they're square. And for that reason, well, we're looking at money, which Venus is. We're looking at romance, which Venus is. Mars, which has to do with action, direction. It's your energetic self. So they might be a little square, and it's all about finding the harmony and the balance within these two realms. But in your relationship, there could be a little thing there too, to find that balance between the two. I'm feeling it's good though, because what it's actually doing is setting you up for making some decisions. And something has come about which is allowing you to think somewhat deeper, Sagittarius, right? Your mind is so active here with Mercury, with all of these aspects. And Mercury's really trying to find that pivotal point. Now, we had the Sun finding the answer to whatever you were questioning on the 6th, when the Sun was squaring Saturn, right? Now we have, and you found your answer through Pluto on the 6th, same day. Same thing is happening here on the 14th, because now, here we're at, or the 15th, I'm sorry, because now Mercury is also finding the answer through Pluto in a sextile. So I'm feeling that there's like this touch and go, and then there's a touch and go. Just be careful not to act on the touch, wait for the go. Okay, so two similar situations, 1 week apart, but I still feel that they're all pertaining to this one specific area of decisions. Then once you have that in hand, I feel that you're going to be able to embrace it powerfully with expansion, like something really opening up, because the clue is, where is the flow? Jupiter, which is your ruling planet, is on the 16th, opening up a beautiful gateway over to Pluto. Pluto is always what will transform you in your life. And so talk about new beginnings. And now, of course, we've had that solar eclipse, right? There on the 8th. So something is opening up, and it's picking up speed super fast. And it's like finding your wings. Jupiter is definitely not just your higher mind that's very enthusiastic and optimistic. Jupiter rules travel, mental expansion, people in faraway places, Pluto to transform these things on the inside of you. So I feel the 16th is so great. Circle it on your chart. Try to recall or focus on exactly what's taking place on this date, because on the 20th you can circle that too. Whatever Venus and Mars was trying to figure out financially, well, Venus now is finding a certain key on a higher level. That's Neptune coming in with inspiration. And it has to do with vision. So if you can envision what it is you're trying to accomplish, well, here we have it. So it's time to celebrate. It's also a very romantic day, evening. Venus, which rules love, and Neptune, that higher love, the cosmic love, which I love to call it. So between the 16th and the 20th, it is great. Earlier in the month, you were touching upon something that I could see you really wanted. And whatever that want was, in order to achieve it, changes need, or decisions need to be taken. And I'm feeling that's what you're going to be thinking and processing here from the 14th to the 16th, coming to the 20th. And so now you're all good. It looks like you're all aligned with needing to make or take some direct action. This brings us to that lunar eclipse on the 23rd. That eclipse is in that 11th house. And so it looks like you're eliminating something so that you could move forward with what it is you actually desired with a solar eclipse on the 8th, right? So I think that inspiration was so powerful right here that you already went into, I want this, but how do I get it? How can I achieve it? That's all the thought processing. And then comes the elimination on the 23rd, and you're so good to go, because once you've made a decision, Sagittarius here, on the 24th, Mercury, which is communication, it is setting you up for taking action. You're very goal-oriented right now, and I'm feeling that it's all just now a practical thing that needs to be waited upon. And what is that? It looks like it's a Venetian thing. So yes, it could be romantic, but it could also be money, because once you're on board and balancing that, Jupiter is wanting to kind of send you off onto this beautiful ride of expansion in your life. So this month is extremely powerful for those inner changes that's taking place here with you. And when I say powerful, well, here on the 26th, I call it Power Days. Why? Because you're going to find something. This is the sun. It's you, your essence, Mars. Here, your action, your determination, your desire, and the power you're putting behind things. It's coming together in a trine. That is harmonized energy, which can propel you forward, especially because we're still riding the wave, the cosmic wave of that solar eclipse. So it's like when you make this decision on the 26th, you also have Venus and Pluto coming together. Money, love, desire coming together with Pluto, which is also desire and passion. And when they work harmoniously, we have magic taking place just like this. So pay attention to the 26th. Things can happen super fast here in March. Believe it or not, you're going to start off on one note in the beginning of the month, and you're going to end the month on a totally different note, and you may not have had any idea before you initiated this month. And I want to tell you a little bit about where the planets are so that you can know where the action is going to be happening. Because right now here, you're finalizing the journey of Mars in Scorpio. It's been there from late January straight through February. And you have that I'd say first week of March. And then it's going to move into your sign. I'd say around the 6th, 7th. I didn't write that up here, so I can't say. But around that time, it is coming into your sign, out of the 12th house, into the 1st house, beaming you with all of this Marsian energy, which is action, direction, and Sagittarius being the adventurer. Well, you're just about to embark on an adventure. I can promise you that, Sagittarius. Venus is currently in Aquarius. Mercury too, as we start off the month. Venus is love. It's those things that you love. It's money, it's romance. Mercury is communication. It's in the 3rd house for travel, short distance travel. Not necessarily out of country, that's more the 9th house. The 3rd house is more to and fro, short distance, but I feel that there is a lot of joy and happiness connected to this because it's Venus. So it could be a joy travel, much fun. And not only that, but since it's in the sign of Aquarius, well, let me tell you, you can expect the unexpected. Why? Because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It's all of those things that we hadn't expected that can come about. It's also very, what should I say, unconventional. On this trip, there can be unexpected experiences taking place. Uranus will never let you down in that sense. So for those of you traveling, you'll love it. Then we have Jupiter, 10th house for career. Jupiter is currently retrograde, and it will be to May 10th. This is slowing things down a little bit in the career area, but it's still good because Jupiter works as a blessing. And so the slowdown, I think, is because it's giving you an extended time to look at your career goals. Where are you heading? What is it you want? Jupiter is like having a set of wings, making you fly towards those things that you truly want and desire. It's only in this area once every 12 years. So you have between now and late summer to really make those choices of where you want to see yourself over the next 12 years. So this is the time. And especially since we have that powerful aspect on the 16th with Jupiter and Pluto together, I think if there is an opportunity or something presenting itself, look at it and act on it. Now, it might not just be a new thing, which it could be, but since it's retrograde, there might be something from the past, some thoughts, ideas, or maybe even something that was presented to you in the past and you didn't act on it then, well, the retrograde is bringing that back around too. But it has to do with how you work, where you work, and where you're heading in that realm. Now, for some of you, that could even indicate travel or movement. Why? Because Jupiter rules those things. And Jupiter is long distance too. So some of you might make a decision to make, should I say, moving from the east to the west, or the west to the east, or out of country. Foreign people are oftentimes connected in this whole makeup here. We should always think about that when we have Jupiter in mind. Saturn is in the first house. You are re-strategizing who you are. Security is more important to you than it has been. Not saying it never was, but when Saturn's in the first house, which is personality, Saturn is trying to anchor in with more seriousness. And so for that reason, it's a good place to have it. You're laying down a new foundation, Sagittarius, and Saturn is retrograde here from March 25th and will be until that August 13th. So this area is going to slow down, give you some extra time to really do what you need to do before it's going to speed up. So again, we have to be grateful for retrogrades giving us extended time. So because not everything in life can be done from one day to the next. Sometimes we need time to lay down a foundation to create those changes up upon, right? So as you can see, this is a month. Very exciting. Things are going to open up and speed up too. It's like taking you on the superhighway. Expect that for changes to come in throughout this month, which is really going to take you in here and spit you out there on the other end. So once you come into April, you'll go, wow, what really happened here in March? So listen, Sagittarius, I wish you the best as always. Listen to your tarot reading for March just to get some extra insight what can come about. And I'll see you in April. Bye now.